Okay, hello, this is Simona with my first Loom tutorial. Today I'm showing you how to make this Terri and Terry from Monsters University. I will also upload a tutorial from Randall, also from Monsters University, and I will upload a tutorial with Asterix. I'm working on Sully as well from Monsters University. Of course Asterix isn't. But he isn't finished yet. I ran out of turquoise, so I have to go to the market tomorrow. But once he's finished, I will definitely do a tutorial of him as well. If you have any suggestions, as this is my first tutorial, feel free to comment if you got any tips or anything at all. And I really hope you like it. For this Terry, I'm using the following colors. I will put the amount of you need in the description. I'm using a light orange or a mango. It's like a bit of a yellowish orange. On the new one I will be doing a slightly brighter one. See how it turns out. You need two different kinds of brown. Lighter brown for hair. In the tentacles, darker brown for the hair. You can also use a dark orange like I will in this tutorial for this one. Light green, dark green, and just a little bit of black and white. From the hands and tentacles I already made a couple, so you have to pause the tutorial and make some more. We're gonna start by making the hands. They're relatively easy, and yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make them now. Just start with two bands, two light greens, or your body green. You can make more at once if you want. You need 4 in total, and we're just going down 4 packs, just like that. Two dark greens after that, double loop them. So it's 2 double looped. Mostly you see 1, but I'm using 2 to give him a little bit of extra on the colors. 2 orange or body color, like a pale light orange, yellowish orange, anything will do actually. And to create his fingers I'll take 2 orange ones and use them as a capping band. I double loop them, just do it on my fingers first and put them on as a capping band. So 2 capping bands actually, 2 loops each. And basically that's it, all you need. You can loop up now. And as you see, I already made 3. I'm gonna add this one and have 4 of them on my holding hook for later. So, push the capping band down a little. And there we go. There we go, put it on my holding hook. And now you can pause the video or rewind, whatever you want, and make 3 more of his arms. For his legs, his tentacles, we're going to make 3 slightly taller ones for on front and 3 smaller ones for on the back. I'm going to show you how to make 1 of each. For the taller ones you start with your skin color orange or your light orange or mango or whatever. Double loop it on the first to second pack, dark orange, double loop it, and continue the pattern, so light orange, dark, a light one. All of them are single bands double looped. And the dark one, yeah, and another light one. So you have 7 packs in total, and you end with a dark. And I'm gonna loop it around 4 times. That's 2, and another is 4. And I'm gonna loop this up, but I'm gonna show you how to do the other one first. because you need also 3 of those. And that one starts with a dark one, and it's actually kind of the same pattern, dark light, and it's just 1 pack shorter. So you end with a light band and a dark capping band again. There we go. Last one. And the dark capping band as well. Put it around. 4 loops. I usually cap with 4 loops, so if I forget to specify anywhere, it's 4. Otherwise, I'll specify. And we'll just loop up. Don't forget, you need to make 3 of each of these tentacles. So you get 6 tentacles. I'm not the best loomer in technique, so you're probably quicker than I am, but I usually take it up and hold it in all sort of twisted positions, but I think you can't see properly on the film then, so I'm trying to hold it in one position. I hope it's okay. Here we separate my capping band to the other one. Oh. There we go. I can place them on my holding hook now. As you see, I use the plastic ones that come with your bands as holding hooks. They're small, but you can use anything really, a pencil or toothpick or just a spare hook. Remember, you need to make 3 of each. I think I saw a snap band there. Yeah, here I'm gonna make a small part again. I will do that right now. Actually taking this off, it's still okay till here. So I'll just count the ones I miss. It's 4 of them, starting with pale orange. Just gonna use the same bands. And it gives you time to already set up and make your extra ones. And pause after I'm done to make sure you got 3 tentacles of each. And you turn it with a dark orange. As said, for the dark orange I used a light brown in the first one I made. I don't know, I think both of them turned out quite alright, but I'm just gonna put the end that's still intact on here. I don't have to make the whole thing again, only half of tentacle. And the capping band. Here we go. And that's it for the tentacles. And now we're gonna start on the main body. For his neck, I decided to use 4 bands because it really gives him a big collar, but you can use less. I would say 2 as a minimum. And probably 5 for the max. I'm using 4 again, and I'm gonna make 2 necks first. So 4 bands on this side, and 4 dark green ones right on the other side. For the next bit, I'm gonna use 2 bands each time of light green, diagonally first, and then I will go down the sides 5 times, and in the middle 5 times as well, I think. Well, yeah, it's 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as said earlier in the video, I will take requests. I've looked at many movies to see what would be nice figures that aren't out there yet. There are no tutorials of, but that I would kind of like to make. And Monsters Inc. and Monsters University, of course, has a lot of figurines, but I'm also currently making a Dobby. I already made all his hats because he's gonna wear a lot of hats. And I figured out how to do his face in kind of a nice manner. So if you got any suggestions, just comment and I'll see if I can make them and do tutorials on them. Anyway, we're gonna come in with green now, and now it's time to make his little arse or butt. And I'm just gonna come one down on each pack with two of the skin orange. This is the light orange, or the mango, or the yellow is orange, or whatever color you're using. And on these as well I'm coming in. Okay. Now it's time to place some holding bands, and yeah, my holding bands will be like this. The top one, let's see, I'm gonna start on the bottom. This is a single green one, half doubled. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term, but it basically means instead of fully doubling it like I will do on the next one, that's like this, fully double, you only double on 2 out of the 3 packs. Those will be my holding bands. You don't need them here because you already have the sides. I'm gonna add his arms. His arms I'm gonna add on the, let me see, on the shoulder here, right underneath the neck. Will actually look like a shoulder, and 3 packs below, so here, on both sides. I missed some of the loops. Yeah, I usually use the back of the holding. I don't know why, but I always find it easier than the point. I guess I'm a bit strange that way. But anyway, just keep adding. Like this. Turn it outside. Yeah. I always have more trouble adding them on that side. I should turn my Loom, I guess. It's because I'm right-handed. Alright, now we should add his tentacles. The shorter ones will be added on these 3 packs. Then we'll loom up the orange bands, and then we'll add the longer ones here. And after that you can just loom up all the way to the necks and wait there. So if you're quicker than me, that's what you gotta do. I'm gonna take the shorter ones. Just put them on here. And the last one, again I'm using his butt. So now I loom up till this back. After that I will add my last 3 tentacles. We'll make the heads later if you're wondering. We'll just make him till the next. Oh, if you never loop like with multiple bands on it, when you do, you should take the top 2 ones. So my top 2 ones are these. They're going to that side. You can see it because right here. If you don't know, because they're all mixed up, you can always see it here because they're on top of each other. Because I wanted to show you, this one came off, so let me put it on again. Anyway, you want to get that one and grab them to the same side that they come from. So that's one go to that pack, just like the straight looming kind of we did with the arms and the tentacles. There's a small. Let's use my finger. And I want both of them, not just one of them. Here we go. That's just one. Oh, by the way, if you're way quicker than me, don't forget to loom these two before you do the necks. Because otherwise your whole creation will fall apart later. But anyway, we're doing all the orange ones, so we loom these three and we will do the sides and we'll add the bands. I'm gonna pick it up now because I really think that's way easier. I sometimes have it on my lap or anything, I'm just holding it in all strange positions to do it. Well, try to keep it down as much as possible so you can see, but I just want to get this over. So now we're adding the longer ones, so the ones with the light color on top. These ones had a dark color on top. Now you have the ones with the light orange on top. We're gonna put one on each back. And that will give him his feet like this, like 3 high in the back, 3 on the front. If you want them more on the side, you can like put a band here or something and pull them together. I didn't do it because I kind of liked him like this, but it's just whatever you want. Alright, and now we're gonna loom up. I'm gonna do the middle one first to the sides, and then I do the sides, I guess. But I have to just, here again, I have to pick the top ones first, and those are the ones that go to the sideways. Again, picking it up, I really feel it's easier. And I'll do the whole middle row. And use my finger. And don't forget these two, the ones that go to the shoulders. And now we're gonna do the sides, and you can loop straight up with the neck because you already did the shoulder packs. This one's quite tight, so I'm gonna release some tension so my bands won't snap. I had some creations where in the making process a dozen or so bands snapped, and it's just really annoying when it keeps happening over and over again. But as this part is not double looped, I think we'll be okay. Okay, and here go in all the bands to take all 4 dark green ones, and we got ourselves a neck. Alright. And we can almost take the body out. Now, what's important? Wait a minute, the neck. What's important that those two, we're gonna make each head separately. So while we're busy working on this side, you need to have something to cap up that side. You can do a temporary slip knot. I don't really like it because I sometimes end up adding it the wrong way, and then everything falls apart. But if you've used this technique before, it's quite easy. It won't fall apart. I prefer to put in just simple holding hooks on each side, just the rubber ones or the plastic ones you get with your bands. Just put them in, and I'm gonna get everything off the loom. I usually start at the bottom doing one side and then the other, and then the middle. So, that's that, turn around. And my loom is coming apart. So, like this, we got ourselves our little Terri Terry, but what I did was, here you got these bands, and I pushed them, let's see, all the way to the middle, I think, yeah. So I grabbed them here on the back, the outside, yeah, one's here on the middle, it's not the outside one, but the two bands in the middle, I think, and I loop them inwards, just like that, and that way he does have less of our buttocks, and here in the middle it won't be in the way, and it's more like he has, for real. We made a terrible mistake, I forgot to add his waist line here. Yeah, I'm gonna put a note in the video because these two bands should have been 3 dark green ones, and these bands should have been 3 dark green ones. That's the only difference. Well, I guess that's what you get when you're making your first tutorial. You do things wrong. I'll try and add a note in the video, or I don't know, make a small intro and show that people should do it differently and beware. But I don't really feel like doing the whole thing over again. But let's go on with one of the hats. I'm gonna do this hat first, with the little hair on the top. I don't know if it's Terry or Terry, but it's one of them. And we're gonna start with his hair, because we're gonna start on top. And his hair actually is one single band, double looped, of dark brown. I use a dark brown for his hair. Then I take 2 bands, double loop them, so that will be really tight. But it worked out okay the last time, so I think we'll be fine. And then we actually make his hat. The hats are kind of identical. The hats are all 2 bands of my skin color orange. And go to the sides. I'm coming down 1 pack. It's going to be really small on each side. And then I come in. And then I'll do the middle. This is where we add one of his necks. And what he needs is an eye. We're gonna do the mouth later. I did it with a band that snapped once, so using old bands for it, but you can also just cut a band. His eye, where did my hook? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it on my hook, and I'm gonna make 4 loops with a black band. I'm sure if you've been doing tutorials, you've seen this done quite a lot. If you have beads, you can use beads. I don't have beads, so I won't use them. But I'll take a white one and do 2 loops on one side and 2 loops on the other. It's quite a common way to do it. We're gonna place it right here, and we're gonna do it on. In order to do so, we're gonna, I think I double looped it. Yeah, we're gonna double loop an orange. I had to check my notes there. Should have done that with the bottom of his body, of course. Then I wouldn't have missed it. I'm a little bit pissed at myself for doing so, but I guess most people will be okay. Anyway, I just took all the loops, placed them on there, and you have yourself an eye. And I place one side on this back, and the middle one side on the top. But actually, before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna place it back on the hook now. I'm gonna place my holding ones, and it's semi-doubled. So I'm gonna place it right here and just half double it. So like that. No, it's not one. Let's do that again. then I'll take the eye and place it right on there. And I'm already going to turn it in a way that the black in the middle is standing up and that these crossbands are on the bottom. So I'm going to twist it a little. It's easier later on, but you don't really have to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my necks, my left one, so choose which side you want to be your front. I want this side without the back, but is button to be my front, but you can actually have this as well. And I'm going to place it right here. It's going to be like my capping band. I'm going to make sure the rest is out of the way and is properly sealed by either a slip knot or a toothpick or whatever hook you're holding as a holding hook. You're using as a holding hook. That was strange. Anyway, and we're just going to loop up. It doesn't... I like to do the middle in this one first, so that these two stand out a little bit more. If you do the middle last, you will see that one and you see less of the top. And because I want him to have a round face, I want the middle to be done first. So, and here again I take the top two. I'm gonna go underneath. I twisted them up by... might be okay. These are not my top ones. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna order them, make them neatly. This doesn't really matter. But they were all mixed up in there, and well, that's why you should sometimes just keep it all nice and neat, I guess. Just take it up. Now they're ordered. I'm gonna push the first two slightly up. And place the neck back on. And here we go. Take the first two middle ones. And I'm gonna loop them all the way up till here. Of course, you can start with his hair once all sides are done, because you want to loop all sides in. Otherwise, his head will fall apart later on. And that's the other. That's one side, and the other side. In order to give him the green, I think I'll just gonna give him a belt like something. I can do that. I'll go back. Anyway, you want to, once you looped it all the way up, it's just basic looming, most of you will know it. And but you tie it up with a slip knot. What you do, and you can see it real easily here because there's only two bands. You pull one band through, put both sides on your hook. And the side you pull through, that's on the far side of your hook. You pull it over and just pull. And you have yourself a slip knot, like this. So here we go. You can pull it up now. I do his hair first, because it's really, really tight, and then just start out with the sides again. Don't want it to snap, but take it off easy. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull his eye through, and I want it through the one in the middle. And of course it's not coming through the middle, it's coming through his side. Rotate up. There we go. And you have your one eye. I'm gonna show you how to make his mouth. just take an old band. I'll save my old ones that snapped because I used them to stuff things with. You just pick a whole lot of broken ones in a certain color that look like your animal, and you stuff it. I actually think I'm gonna make a brown mouth this time instead of a black one. I think it will look nice. I just take one snap band. If you don't have it, just cut one, a black one. I'm gonna try a brown one this time, see how it turns out. And you're gonna go all the way through the back and just pop up where you want the end of your mouth to be. I want it a little bit lower actually. Middle, right there. And I'll just take my band and I'll pull it through. Just around there, sometimes you get. And I'll pull it back a little so I got enough left, but this is plenty to stuff it. And I want him to be. Then I go and turn it around to the other side. This is my loose side, and take the mirrored point of what I had, or something that's quite close to it. It doesn't have to be that precise. You don't see it anyway. Remember, if you pull it really tight, you will get a very straight line, which is not really like a mouth, so I try to keep it loose a little, so it falls downwards and you get a bit of a mouth effect. Especially because he only has an eye on his face, I like to make a mouth. Then right here, you can just pull them to the middle and grab a few of the upper bands and pull them through to get them out of the way, but it won't come loose that easily. Let's take these ones right there. Gonna take them to the top. So he's got brown spots on his back now, but it's only his back. I prefer to have a mouth than a beautiful back side. So that's just me. This one has the black hands as well. Anyway, it's time to make his other head. His other head has his hair pieces on the side. We're gonna make them on the hook. So we're gonna set up our face on the loom first. Again, it's 2 bends each time, and again it's round. So to the side, 1 down on each side, and back to the middle, and fill up the middle. I took 1 bend too many, it's 2 bends. I was already thinking ahead for the neck, because we're gonna need 3 bends for the neck. What I'm gonna do differently on this one, on that, I'm gonna make his neck 1 bend taller. I only used 3 bends once on. This is what I did for this one, but the original his neck is a little bit taller, I think, because it's more like this high. So I'm gonna add another 3 bends and just put them right here, and this is where I'm gonna add the neck. If you want him to be a little bit shorter, then put it here, but I'm gonna go with the long neck and see how it works out. So you can also skip to the end of the film, see how it turned out, and decide for yourself. Again, I'm gonna put my holding band up first, and I'm gonna half double it, so loop it around these 3 and double it on only those 2 packs. And then I'm gonna make the hair, and the hair is 4 loops of dark brown on your hook, like that. Take 1 bend, double loop it, and this is a really tight band. It hardly stretches. I'll take another one. 2 bends, double loop it, and I'll pull all these loops on them, just like we did with the eyes, and we're gonna do with the last eye actually, because their eye is exactly the same it is on his brother, or yeah, I guess Siamese brother or something. Yeah. Anyway, then there is 2 more bands that I'm gonna double loop, which means it's gonna be quite tight on that pack, but we will be okay. It worked out fine last time, so I think it will be fine this time. Get all the loops. You have 4 loops here, 4 loops there of your 2 double loop bands, so you get 8 quite tight loops. And what's this? I think one of my loops dropped. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna make it like this. It's okay. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna place it on this pack and the second one on that pack. Yeah, correct. I should not have put on long sleeves with this kind of weather. I'm doing it. What I'm doing, the same I did last time. I do like one side of the loops at a time. It's kind of easier to do it with my fingers, because if you try all of it with the Loom, and this is where I had dropped one loop, so I'm gonna at least keep it double. That way it will look very similar, and I'm gonna make this one right to show how it's done. So it's 4 loops on the hook, grab a single, 2 loops, and pull this over. Put all the bands back on your hook, 2 singles, double loop them, and I always hate this part of working on your hook. I'm a bit clumsy, so it's not a good combination, being clumsy and working with small stretchy bands. But I guess for the designs it worked out okay. By the way, Asterix is coming next. I'm really fond of him already. But anyway, second one is done. This one has 8 proper hooks loops. And I'm just